Hey everyone, welcome to Insights by Arish. This is the sixth tutorial from the series of machine learning using PySpark. In this sixth tutorial, we are going to talk about one of the most important topic, which is vector assembler. In the first 5 tutorials, I have covered the basics of PySpark, and through this sixth tutorial, we are slowly moving towards the core machine learning concepts that can be implemented using PySpark. The vector assembler actually bridges the gap between the basics and the core machine learning. This is one of the important steps because, as I have mentioned it here, vector assembler combines all feature columns into one single column of vectors. So you have multiple input columns and you have one target column. Now in normal machine learning, you can pass all that multiple input columns to your model. But when working with PySpark, you cannot do that. You cannot pass multiple input columns together to a model. What you have to do is you have to combine that multiple column values into one vector, and then you can pass that vector, which is a combined result of all the input columns, to the model. So here it's very necessary for us to combine all the input columns into one single vector, and then that vector acts as input to your model. So let's start implementing this concept. So very first we have to start the Spark session. So here I will just say import Spark. Actually import PySpark. So now after importing PySpark, I will start the Spark session. So here I will say from PySpark.sql, I will import the Spark session. Now I have already explained about all these basics in the previous tutorials. Refer to that and continue with this particular video. So after loading the Spark session module, here you have to just say Spark is equal to Spark session. This is the module that we have imported right now. Then builder.app name, and here you have to give the name to your session. You can give any name. Let me just give it as tutorial 6, and then here I will say get or create. Let me just run this, and as you can see, the Spark session has been created. If you just want to see some details about your Spark session, you can just say here Spark, and it will show you the version, the cluster on which you are running. Right now it's local cluster, but when you work on Databricks, you can actually do parallel processing, and then the name of your Spark session. After doing this, here we have to load the dataset. Now I will be choosing a very small and basic dataset because here the focus is not on the dataset but rather on how the vector assembler works. So the small and concise dataset will help us to get crystal clear understanding of vector assembler. So here I will be taking the iris dataset from SNS. So import C1 as SNS. Oh, I have added an extra R. Now after importing SNS, the next thing that we want to do here is to create a data frame out of this. So here I will say SNS.load dataset, and I will just say iris. Now let me just view this dataset. So df.head. So as you can see, this is the iris data frame that we have. We have sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width, and then we have species, which will be our target feature. Now this is a normal data frame. This is a pandas data frame. But when you want to use the functionalities of PySpark, you cannot use that on this normal data frame, which is of pandas compatible type basically. You need to convert your data frame into a Spark compatible format. So for that, the next step here is to convert this data frame into a Spark compatible format. So here I will say df1, or let me just say df2 is equal to Spark dot create data frame, and in this I will pass this df. Now let me just run this. Now to display this Spark compatible data frame, we have a show method similar to that of head method, but just the name is different. And let me just say that 10, that is I just want to view the first 10 rows. If you don't mention, it will show you a lot of rows. So as you can see, this data frame right now is in Spark compatible format, and now you can use all the PySpark functionalities on this particular table. Now after loading the data, the next thing that we are going to do is actually perform vector assembling. So here we will import the vector assembler first. So from PySpark.ml.feature import vector assembler. Now after importing this module, here we will create a feature assembler. This is just a name. You can give any name to this. Then I will call this module that we have imported right now, which is vector assembler. In this, we have to pass two parameters. the very first parameter is input columns and the second parameter here is output column. Be very clear with this. When you are passing input columns, the name of parameter is columns. But when you are actually putting the output column name here, it's just column, because you will be generating a single vector column out of multiple input columns. Fine. Also, beware of the fact that while passing the columns in the input columns parameter, the columns need to be in the list format. You cannot just pass any string format or any random column names. They need to be in the list format. So let me just show you what all columns we have in our data frame. So here I will say df1 dot columns, actually df2. So these are all the columns that we have in our data frame, but we just want the first four because the last one is the categorical column and it's also our target column. We don't require that. We just require the input columns. So we will just slice it as we require the first four columns. As you can see, these are the columns that we require and these are in the list format. So we will just pass this slicing of df columns as our input columns here. So all these four columns will go to input calls parameter as a list. Now output column, here we want to give the name to our output column that will be generated out of this multiple input columns. So let's just name it as feature vector. This is just a column name, you can name it anything, and let me run this. Now here I will just say df3 is equal to this feature assembler. This feature assembler is the variable name that we have given here, in which we are performing the vector assembling, and then here I will say transform the df2 data frame. Let me run this. So the vector assembling has happened, and let me just show this data set to you now. So as you can see, the last column of feature vector, this is a vector of all the input features that we have. So as you can see, for the first row we have sepal length as 5.1, so this is present here. Then we have sepal width as 3.5, which is also present here. Then petal length of 1.4, that is also present in feature vector, and at last petal width of 0.2, which is also present. So basically it has created a vector of all the input values, and this single vector will be passed to the PySpark model. Now that we have generated our feature vector, we don't require these input features anymore, individual input features. So we will just drop them, or instead of dropping them, we will create a new data frame which will just include the feature vector and our target column. So here I will say df4 is equal to df3, and from this I will just include feature vector and species. Now let me just display this df4 to you. So as you can see, now this data frame just consists of feature vector and species, nothing else. So this is right now in the most compatible format, which can be further passed to the PySpark model. Only the step remaining is of data normalization, and I will cover the data normalization part in the next video. So this was all about vector assembling. I will provide this code on GitHub, and I will add that GitHub repository in the description box. Do check that and refer to that. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching.